Hello and welcome. My name is Anri and you're watching Wellness Boutique. If you clicked on this video, you are probably a smoker. But today we are going to help you to quit smoking. So I was a smoker for about 5 years and I'm not proud of it. But I am proud of the fact that I've quit smoking for about 4 years now. Woohoo! So today I'm gonna share my methods and hopefully it will help you on your journey to also quit smoking successfully. So let's dive into those methods. Okay, step number 1. So the first method that I would recommend is to download a stop smoking app. You can find this on Play Store, and basically what it does, it tracks your process and your progress, and you can physically see and tick off the days that you quit smoking successfully. So this really just helped to keep me motivated, and if I can physically see, okay, I've quit now for 5 days, and they also tell you like what has healed in your body since you've quit smoking. A good step would go to, if you struggle with okay, step number 2, that would be to go to the doctor or the psychologist if you have immune or psychological issues, and that will just really help you to get support. Maybe you need support and medicine, so go to your doctor. But if you don't have the finances, I didn't have the finances, then you're just gonna have to go in all natural. Okay, step 3. So I do not trust e-cigarettes, and here is why. They might be healthier than a cigarette, but they are not healthier than not smoking anything at all.
Okay.
And then I think what a lot of people do with the e-cigarettes is they say, okay, I'm gonna use this method of stop smoking, and then I'm gonna go on the e-cigarette first to help me to get off this cigarette, and then what they usually do, they just then stick to the e-cigarette. I think this is because they lost that initial motivation that they had from day one. They already, reached their first goal, so now they're like, okay, I'm gonna take a break, I'm gonna relax. But if this method helped you, please share how you did it and share your thoughts. I'm really happy that you found something that actually worked for you. If you do decide to use this method of using e-cigarettes to quit smoking, have a set out goal, have a plan with specific dates that you're gonna use to quit smoking. Okay, so the next step would be to recognize your triggers. I used to smoke routinely and ritually. So let's say if I ate, I have to smoke. If I have coffee, I have to smoke. Aww. If I was hungry, I smoked. If I was doing anything socially, I would smoke. And I would find that if I was in the presence of a co-smoker, I would smoke a lot more. I almost trained myself to automatically crave a cigarette in those instances. So if you know where your triggers are, if you know when the craving will strike, you will know when to be strong. Stay strong. The next step would be to distance yourself from people that are not supportive. So maybe you have a smoking buddy. Maybe you and your best friends, you like to smoke together, and then maybe they won't want to lose their smoking buddy, or they might just feel insecure that you are moving towards something positive and they are not yet able to do this, so they might feel insecure that they're still on the bad path. So they might want to discourage you from not quitting smoking. So what you can do is maybe ask them, please don't smoke in front of me, or if they smoke in front of you and you don't want to bother other people, just remove yourself from the premises if you see other people smoking around you. because it is harder to, see the cigarette, you smell the cigarette, your senses, they're awakened, and it's hard to stay strong during those times. So the next step would be to find your motivation, a reason strong enough for you to quit cigarettes. Mine was health related. So I started to notice that my skin, it was looking almost gray in color and it was looking very dehydrated. My body was showing signs of how unhealthy I was at the time. I couldn't run without getting like like that feeling, and also I coughed the whole time, or my nose were permanently blocked or runny, so I could see that my body was already in this state. What will happen in the future? So keep reminding yourself throughout your journey about your motivation, reasons why you quit in the first place. And then notice all the differences in your body once you quit smoking. My skin was looking a lot more colorful, and it was also looking hydrated. It was shiny and more beautiful. Also, I could run now without feeling like that. And also, something that I didn't realize while I was smoking is during the time period that I smoked, it was like there was this gray fog. It almost felt like I was sad and depressed during this time, but I didn't realize it while I was going through this. I just thought my life was bad. But once I quit smoking, I became a lot more happy, and it was like this gray fog was lifting. So then it was also important for me to find out what made me start smoking in the first place. What made me do this? At the time, I had to lose weight and I was pretty insecure about it, and I didn't really know how. But what I saw that the models do is they smoke a lot of cigarettes and they stay thin because they rather smoke than eat.
No, 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 no.
And that is pretty toxic, that is pretty bad. It's like replacing one bad habit with another. But I did try it and it worked. So because cigarettes help me to overcome eating a lot, I was scared of quitting smoking because I thought if I quit smoking, I'm gonna gain weight again. And I thought that the cigarette was my savior. Also, many people told me that once you quit smoking, you are gonna have a lot of cravings and you are gonna be bored, you're not gonna know what to do with yourself, so you're gonna turn to food and you're gonna gain weight. So many people gain weight during this time, and that really scared me. What I did, what the method was during this time was basically just to be mindful. Now I didn't only have to be mindful to not smoke, I also had to be mindful to what I put inside my mouth. You almost have to find a new habit to replace the old habit, but this new habit has to be something positive, something that will have a positive impact on your life. And for me, that was to do exercising.
Nice.
And this really helped me to get rid of that built up frustrations and all of that negative energy that I was getting from the quitting process. And basically I could see physical improvements in my body, and this kept me motivated to keep going. So another thing that I was scared of during this time was that I was gonna get moody and that I would let out all my frustrations with my partner. So if you live with somebody and you're gonna quit smoking, you're gonna get more frustrated and you're gonna get more moody. So I was scared that my partner would leave me during this time because I was such a bad person. But what I can recommend is that you're just gonna have to stay strong, and maybe if emotions rise, you can take a step back and distance yourself from the situation and from your feelings, and maybe just watch it as if you're a third person watching into your life. Maybe go for a walk, maybe just keep it in, and also have a talk with the person you're gonna be with. Explain to them you're gonna be more moody during this time, so they must please have patience with you. And maybe if they see emotions rising, they can give you a hug, they can give you a snack, or take you out for a walk, and be supportive in that way. But your family and friends and husbands, they can just be supportive that much. You are gonna have to do most of the hard work. You're gonna have to put in all of that work to eventually be the person you're gonna wanna be. You have to like rely on people, but you can't just rely on people. You have to do it yourself. So practice mindfulness during this time. Constantly tap into your inner body and just feel what's going on inside there. Don't just blindly act on impulses. Be there. Be present. So a way that you can practice mindfulness is something physical. So what you can do is, you can do it with me. You can take deep breaths for a while. In through your nose, out through your mouth, and then basically just become present of different body parts. So you can place all your attention first in your hands, and you can feel them. Close your eyes, this always helps, and just feel your hands for a while. And once you felt all the sensations, you felt a little tingly feeling, you can start to awaken other body parts. Move throughout your body and awaken and feel different body parts.
Okay.
Right. So, the question on everybody's lips, is it better to stop cold turkey or to stop gradually? So I tried both methods, and what worked for me in the end was to stop cold turkey. So the most important thing is that you do not give up hope once you slipped up. Don't give up hope if you had a little slip up. It's okay, it's just a slip up. So the first time that I quit smoking, I wasn't that motivated, but I kind of felt like, okay, maybe I should stop smoking, you know? So I bought nicotine bubblegum, and I thought, okay, I have my pack of cigarettes. Every day I would smoke one less until I was at 0. My pack was empty. So this did not work out because I lost that motivation that I had on day 1, and I didn't have a lot of motivation to start with. So then I built up motivation, and I built up motivation, and I built up motivation. And a year later, it took a long while, a year later in 2019, I decided no more, never again will I ever smoke a cigarette. It was hard. It felt like the hardest thing ever. It felt like I was diving into the coldest, iciest water, and it was just a huge shock for my body. It wasn't pleasant. It went on really well until one night I felt really low and I smoked a cigarette. And I felt really guilty about it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I was now at this crossroad of, will I continue on my path to not smoke anymore, or will I go back to old ways? And then I realized that this one cigarette will be a lot healthier than a lifetime of cigarettes in my future. And that was the last cigarette that I ever smoked. So I kind of used the struggle that I was going through to my advantage. I thought that I've struggled so much to quit smoking. It was such a big struggle. So I thought, if I would then just go back to my old ways, all of my efforts, all this struggle would have been for nothing. So I couldn't imagine going back to my old ways. Like, this whole process was the hardest thing, and my self-control has never been pushed to its limits, as it was. But having done this, I feel like I gained a lot of self-confidence and trust in myself. Because I thought, if I can overcome something as hard as this, what else am I capable of? And with this, I would like to conclude by saying you can do this. You are strong enough. So just do it.
Just do it!
If you need any help or support, I'll be in the comment sections below, and ask me anything. There are a lot more that I did not touch on today, so ask away. Have a beautiful day. Good luck on your journey. Goodbye.